So,
the more you know.
we are going to begin.
Yes.
After you guys have made your way through the tunnel system, kind of going back and forth, choosing different ways, delving deeper and finding, fighting various forms of hordes of rats, you guys decided to kind of bed down for the night, and you, Kree, began and summoned Leoman's Tiny Hunt. That is where we begin. The door has appeared in front of you on top in front of this walkway. What would you guys like to do?
Wrecking.
Midge falls asleep cuddling her hammer while quietly muttering. Sylvis is going to sit down, think about what spells to prepare, and realize, holy shit, I've been running around under-prepared. So quickly, he's just like, I can do more things. And just like cackling quietly to himself in the corner of, what does this hut look like on the inside? Spellcaster decide. Please.
Let's see.
If it is up to her.
That's how I'm double checking the spell.
What do they call it? A dobo?
It looks like a target.
A dobo.
It is a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force that springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration. So basically this bubble just bloop, just formed from around Kree. And if you leave the hut, then it just poops.
It's just...
Yeah.
So you stay there.
Yes. You
So
stay there.
What color would you like it to be? You can change the color of the hut.
Pink.
Okay, bright pink.
This color your Gatorade pink.
That's kind of what I imagined when you said pink.
Yes, good. Teehee.
It's gotta be garish or white bottom.
Yeah. Make sure the
I mean,
Rat King knows where we are.
I just kind of mutter well, it could be green.
So, as you guys kind of enter into this small dome that's been summoned, why? Yes, you all die. I clicked on the
TPK hut.
I clicked on the tab and it was just like, go! You guys can kind of look around and you see just you still see the rats kind of slowly skittering around you guys and running through. You can see the same kind of area. It's opaque and dim, but you guys can still kind of see through this. Miriam, you're having a bit of a harder time because you do not have dark vision, but the dome itself is...
You're not Miriam.
Oh, just kidding, sorry.
But the dome is giving off a small amount of light unless you want it to be completely dark.
Teeny bit of light.
Dim light.
Nightlight.
So you got a little bit of nightlight.
I am an old lady, so gotta have that nightlight. Yo, time I wake to the bathroom.
Well, I'm gonna finish sketching out the small areas that I gotta do some refinement on, and then I'm going to bed. Good night.
And so he kind of shuffles over to one of the corners and just kind of, you see Bentley scribbling madly into this picture that's slowly being drawn. What you guys doing?
I'm eating pebbles like candy.
It's organic objects.
Pebbles are organic.
We're not, no.
Okay.
Auto cannibalism. I'm just chewing my nails and getting a full meal off of it.
Okay.
If you allow rocks, you're gonna have a Magnus sideburn situation. He swallowed the Philosopher's
He did.
Stone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do we know that he did?
Oh shit.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay. I'm glad I started.
Have we slept yet?
No, you guys are
This
kind
is
of
still-
bedding down for the night.
Okay, this is us.
If any of you guys wanted to have any conversations or prepare anything, do anything before a long rest, if you wanted anybody to stay up and keep watch, that's one
Hence
thing
me
you can
cackling
do.
in a corner
Whatever
like
you guys
this.
want to do at this moment is...
Kree's like, I'm the worst for wear, so I'm gonna go over here in this corner. And she skitters over there and curls up in her tail.
Yeah, that's fine. She made us the hut. She can go to sleep first.
I can do the first watch since I can pay attention to the rats decently, I think.
And I'm a light trancer anyway.
How many shifts do we need to take? Because I can take a third
For a
if
long
I
rest,
need
I'd
to.
say collectively you guys need to take 8 hours in 2-hour shifts, if that
Okay.
makes sense for everybody to get
Nice. Which
I think. So you'll need about 3 instances of...
So I do need to take a walk.
Yeah, it'd be... There's actually. Let's change it to 9 hours, 3-hour shifts.
Okay.
So that everybody can get a long rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
I'd
can
say
take a
at this point, you guys kind of keeping a little bit of a mental log. It's been about 5 hours since you entered the sewers from 9, so you're almost like cresting past that noon time sewer thing. But you guys have been through a little bit of altercations.
I thought it was like 6.
Yeah, you said we've been doing this all day. So it was like nighttime when we decided to stop.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Oh.
going off of my faint memories, so we'll say 6 o'clock, so 9 hours from then. It'll be
I'll
Yeah,
take-
we're going
I'll
to
take-
bed early, but.
I can take third shift.
So do you want me to take second one?
Or would it be better for me to take second?
I mean,
It'd probably be better for you to take full sleep instead of
yeah.
partial. So,
That way I can for sure get all my stuff.
so
back.
I'll take the middle watch then.
Okay. Alright, so whoever is taking the first watch, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
25.
25? Okay, as you're watching, you see, it seems like everybody's kind of resting, and you hear, Bentley, and then you also hear Miriam, like, double the volume of that, just like, fucking, a chainsaw does not do it justice.
One day I'm gonna learn a conjuration spell to make you a CPAP.
Good.
But as you're kind of like looking around and peering out this kind of semi-translucent dome, you see like the same amount of rats, about 1 in 5 has like a little trinket or something going through, but you start to see larger and larger rats starting to show up, and you're kind of like, oh, well, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. That's what
Okay.
you see. Is you see some that are bigger than the standard rat are starting to walk by at this point.
Okay.
It's easier to go the other direction.
Throw the
I'm having
challenge.
I
issues.
hate those things.
I like it a lot better than the other though.
See, I like the
That's
other
my
ones.
that one's my favorite.
But that's what you see.
Okay. So just make a mental note of this to pass on to,
Whoever is next, or if you
Sylvis.
want to, yeah.
yeah.
Hit me.
So 3 hours pass. That's about all the events that you see.
Okay.
We come to you, Sylvis. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'll take out a watch.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Pass on the info about larger rats appearing
Okay.
in the same pattern as the rats were.
Okay. Do I see them like when he points out?
As you do, yeah, you notice it's not many, but a few like kind of sprinkled in
Like
there. And-
how big are we talking?
I mean, I'd say your
Like-
standard rat is like maybe this long from head to tail, and
Okay.
these are more like this big. They're starting to get a little bit beefier.
could beat up the cat.
They could beat up a cat.
Okay.
Rodents of unusual size.
Not
Very
not
US.
quite that ginormous, but they're starting to get big.
They could be.
Hmm
They're adolescent grouses.
What was this again?
Yes.
Perception.
Okay. That's 6 plus 9. That's 15.
15. So as you're kind of scanning, and Norman's pointed out something for you to kind of keep your eyes open to, and as you do, you kind of turn towards the wall, and you start to see this strange kind of black liquid start to kind of like seep through the wall and kind of just start to trickle and collect at the base of the wall, and then it slowly kind of slides its way under the dome and rests.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It went into the hut?
So it's in our hut.
It's underneath it. Basically, as you look down, you can see just this strange kind of glob around you and underneath you. It's once it gets there, it doesn't continue and fall into the water. It just kind of sits and kind of seems to seep out in all directions, and kind of just like holds in basically a 1-foot ring around where this dome is.
Hooey.
Oh boy.
So it's
This doesn't look like the beginning of a gelatinous cube.
it's
does it?
outside of the dome. Yes. Like
Roll
it's big enough.
It is outside.
Okay.
animal handling check for me. I'd say you still have your
Assuming
book
the
and you've
hut
got a
has
moment to
floor,
kind of
I
sit
can
there
go in
with
under
it.
My book is plants, unfortunately.
Plants, okay.
It's not animals.
But I am still proficient in animal handling. Woo woo!
Oh.
Well, it's 15 again.
15. In your travels, you're not sure what specifically this is, but you've heard faint tellings of what is an ooze You're not sure what kind this is, but you get the feeling that might be what this is some form of ooze underneath your home.
In the dome, I couldn't, like, stick my hand in it.
No, nothing can permeate through it unless you're trying to leave it.
Okay.
If you want to shove your hand through
I don't.
it. Okay.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
So it's almost like... I'm trying to get a good visual here. Like,
basically, imagine,
if
like...
you have a plastic bag and some water under it, and you
yes,
just, like,
that's what you see.
Okay. That's kind of what I was imagining, just to
And-
make sure we were in the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pass... I'm gonna just... laser focus.
I'd
While
say
listening to rats, I
during the
guess.
3
Lightning bolts
hours
come out
that
of
you're
bed.
kind of laser focusing, you slowly see little tendrils on the sides kind of flick up and try and touch the edges. And
Oh
then kind of
god,
flop
it's a
back
fucking
down.
thing from the
It
water!
touches and tries to flop back down.
Yeah, I definitely don't like that.
It doesn't seem to be moving quickly, and it seems to almost try and only move maybe when you got the corner of your eye on it, but you just see like little...
Yeah, it's totally doing the shark thing where it's going, hey, is this food?
Yes.
Nibble.
Basically.
It's 100% doing that.
And
Yeah.
you're
But that is what you see as your 3 hours are up.
Okay,
Yes, we are.
I wake up Miriam and
Shark
immediately
bait.
draw
Ooh.
her attention to what is clearly not okay.
okay.
What do, lizard lady?
I mean, you can sleep. I'm going to keep an eye on this, and I'm going to clutch my hammer very close.
Okay, I'm just going to very lightly trance, so if you poke me, I'll be good, okay?
Okay.
And then I go over, I kind of lean against the wall, get into my nice little meditative pose.
Alright, so Miriam, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. I'd say with advantage for what you've been
Since I
warned.
know.
Yeah.
There's weird big rats and clearly not okay ooze coming around the thing.
Oh, okay, that's an 18. You said perception?
Yeah.
I can't remember whether
That's
that's...
a 17.